Hey, how's it going, Heretic? So in this battle report, it's going to be slightly different. As a matter of fact, I play the exact same list against the exact same list 3 games in a row. So, I mean, it's kind of telling the fact that I do this. Basically, game one is a wash, and y'all will see why. But yeah, let's get on into it and do my first triple header battle report. So welcome back to Heretic Wargaming. Today we have again Joshua.
Howdy.
Joshua yet again bringing out his Ravenguard, and we'll get to the armies here in a second. So we've rolled up mission 3, Nexus Control for ITC. So it's 4 objectives formed in a diamond pattern, like so. And for today and henceforth, we're going to be using the ITC Battle app, which makes it really, really neat. So the between turns and stuff like that, when I'm talking, yeah, I'll be able to actually show you guys essentially the scorecard between turns. So I just got to remember to take the screenshot every single turn. Josh, remind me.
I'm going to forget to.
Okay. He's going to forget too, so hopefully this is the first time we're trying it this way. So, and I did remember my rig and everything, so this is going to be a full battle report today. So, you know what? We'll break from tradition, and we'll go with Josh and see what Josh brought. So, Josh, you've vastly changed the Ravenguard.
Yeah, a little bit.
Little bit. All right, so what'd you bring today?
All right, so we're running the Ravenguard Successor. We're taking Stealthy and Long-Range Marksman. Yeah, and I'm going to have a Battalion,
Okay.
a Vanguard, and a Spearhead. So
All right.
The Spearhead consists of 2 Eliminator Squads with the Bolt Sniper Rifles, the 2 Repulsor Executioners with everything but the Stubbers on top,
Okay.
and then they are taking the Lieutenant. The Vanguard is the 2 Invictors with the 2d6 Flamers, the Incendium Cannons, and everything else. And the 6 Assault Centurions with the Siege Launchers, no Hurricane Bolters.
Okay.
They are taking the Chaplain with them. And then the Battalion is a 5-man Infiltrator Squad, a 5-man Intercessor Squad, and a 9-man Intercessor Squad. All with regular bolters, and they're taking the Librarian and the Phobos Captain.
Okay.
The Librarian is going to know Shadow Step, Enveloping Darkness from the Ravenguard discipline. The Phobos Captain is going to be the Warlord. I'm going to spend the CP to upgrade him to Chapter Master.
Of course. Why would not?
Yeah, he's taking the Vox with the 3-inch extra auras. His Warlord trait's going to be Storm of Fire. And I'm going to forget it every single turn. I'm going to burn a CP to give him Hero of the Chapter, the Chaplain. He's going to take Master of Ambush. Bet you don't know what I'm going to ambush with him.
Yeah, I know.
Definitely going to be those guys.
Yeah.
Yep. And then the Lieutenant is just regular run-of-the-mill Primaris Lieutenant. I believe he's taking the Master-crafted, the Stalker Bolt Gun.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's really it. Start off with 7 CP, exactly 2,000 points.
7 CP, 2,000 points. Fantastic. And they're nicely painted.
Finally.
I think last time you had them almost...
So I still got to work on them, and him, and everything else is done.
See? So this is for you guys out there that asked last time, because I did forget. He sent me pictures to show you guys. So there you go. There's some up close of his camo dudes. So 2,000 points. Let's go over to the chaos side. Alright, so for the Chaos side today, I'm trying something a little different. Traditionally, I like to run 1 night, and today I'm going to try 3. This is in celebration, the fact that Hydra actually got completed the other day. So we start out with a super heavy detachment of 3 Chaos Knights. So the one on the far right has a missile pod and dual Avenger Gatling cannons and a stubber. He is a Dreadblade. So I did roll up Pacts and Damnations. He got Galvanized Hull, Single-Minded Hatred, and Knower of Profane Secrets. Here in the middle, this guy, I did spend one CP to give him a relic, and he is also a Dreadblade. So I gave him Galvanized Hull for this game, and spent 2 CP for Vow of Dominance, so he'll have that, and his Damnation is Forsaken. And he has dual thermal cannons, a missile pod, and a stubber. And then Hydra for this game will be my Warlord because he's awesome. So I went ahead and spent 1 CP to give him Vow of the Beast Slayer. Being as he's my Warlord, I gave him the, basically he counts as 10 models for holding objectives. Dual thermal cannons, missile pod, and then for his relic will be the 4-up invulnerable save. Then we took a battalion detachment of Alpha Legion, because why the hell not? We have a Sorcerer with Jump Pack. He is Mark of Nurgle. We have a Master Possession. 2 units of 5 Chaos Space Marines. Both have autocannons. I don't have a second model, so my Plasma Gun is standing in as an autocannon today. 12 Cultists, that's the special, and 3 Obliterators. Really simple. We'll see what happens against the Ravenguard. And so we'll go to deployment, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, so we have deployed. We still got to pick our secondary objectives, but we're going to roll off first. So, as you guys can see, Josh has deployed his Centurions there, a bunch of Intercessors there. He's got his repulsors right there. Behind this building here, we've got a bunch of dudes. And behind this building over here, he's got some Eliminators. So, yeah, it's the 1-on-1 deployments. So basically he deployed the 2 repulsors first, and then I basically counter-deployed my knights to face those. And then on the Chaos side, we've got Warlord Knight here, we've got other Knight here, we've got this Knight here, Cultists kind of grouped up over here, we've got all my Chaos Space Marines right around here, and then we've got the Obliterators with the 2 characters here. So we'll go ahead and do the roll-off, and then we'll pick our secondaries, and I'll come back and talk about it. So, he's blowing on his dice. I get the +1. This is now game number 4 if I lose. All right, I get a 2, and he gets a 3. Oh, my God. You guys saw it on camera. I'm going to go ahead and try to seize. Nope, 2 again. All right, man. Good luck,
sir.
All right, so the end of turn 1, I've lost over 1,000 points of my army. Mostly, this is mostly caused because I deployed very aggressively. However, you kind of have to when you're facing these things. I probably should have shielded my knights with the cultists, but I kind of planned on getting the +1, and then this is why you deploy defensively. So basically, he has wiped out half of my army on turn 1, and I have not touched anything. So it's most likely over at this point, but we're gonna press on. We'll probably reset and try again because I knew this is exactly what was going to happen if he got first. He got first, and this is what happens. So my dice also. This is also why I don't like playing large models, because my dice did not cooperate. I made 2 invulnerable saves out of all the invulnerable saves against his repulsors, and that was that. So yeah, we'll move on to my turn 1. We'll see what happens, and then most likely we're going to reset, and then we'll play another game. So
Quick question.
Yeah.
If we do end up closing this game, it still counts as a win for me on your channel for once?
Oh, no, it counts
Awesome.
100%.
All right,
100%
awesome.
as a win.
All right,
like, you can't say that it's not a win. It's a crushing victory in your,
You just delete the footage.
in your
Didn't
favor.
happen. Didn't happen.
No, 100%. No, there will be video. But yeah, I don't know. I have a historically bad experience against repulsors. So, yeah. And so, just so you guys know, this is why I have yet to play Triple Knights. Because this is exactly what happens. So, yeah, we'll go to my... And they can't fail leadership, right? So, end of turn 1, so surveying the battlefield, right? So, basically what happened was he popped transhuman physiology here, wounded a ton of times with damage 3 obliterators, and he made a shitload of saves. I think out of 10 wounds on the first volley, he made 6 saves. Yep, so, and I ended up only killing 2 dudes. And then on the second volley, he made more. So, I should have been able to kill him, but I didn't. Over here, the knight wiped out those eliminators in the back, and all these guys, and the obliterators charged over here and killed the librarian. So, the game is basically over at this point. The score is 13-5, but I'm going to go into turn 2 just to kind of, we'll see how it resolves itself. Traditionally, I wouldn't quit this early in the game, but it's kind of an overwhelming victory. It's what happens when you deploy aggressively and try to go first, right? Statistically, yes, I know math, I should have been able to go first, but if you don't go first, this is what happens with a list like this, right? And there's really nowhere to hide knights on a table like this. So, yeah, we're going to go over to Josh's turn 2, and we'll see what happens. All right, so we called it. At the end of turn 2, he basically tabled me. He's going to kill the last 2 obliterators. He killed everything back here except for some marines, which will probably run away, which leaves me with a knight against everything else. So, Josh, if you want to come over here.
Yeah, I got you.
So we'll get your thoughts. So thoughts on game 1 before we reset?
Boy. I knew if I went first, I'd have an easier time. The way I kind of built this list with the Invictors and the Centurions, kind of forced them up in your face turn 1. So you either have to deal with them or the Repulsors. Going first really helped because then I was able to do everything I needed to. The Repulsors popping your Warlord Knight and kind of just let me hang out over there really helped. The Centurions charging in and doing exactly 24 wounds on the other night. Centurions are worth their weight in gold right now. After LVO, they're definitely going to come out of my list because I won't be able to afford them anymore.
He's thinking that they're going to get nerfed, which I agree.
I think they'll keep their stats. They're just going to go up in points so much. It's ridiculous. 250 points for a squad of 6, and they one-shot at a night.
Yeah,
like, that's crazy.
Without anything, because I did have Vow of Dominance on. So.
Yeah, and I was winning on 4s, and I still exactly did just enough to kill him.
Yep. So, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's really not much else to say.
No, there's really not.
We're going to reset, and this is going to be a double battle report where basically we're going to try this again, and I'm going to see if I can actually hold my ground. Because I actually rolled my saves, and that's why that knight was still alive.
Yeah, you did. Rotated ion shields.
Well, I didn't need to that first turn because you shot everything into the 4-up invulnerable save one, and I failed everything, and it just died.
Yeah, that was rough.
So, yeah, and I'm going to change up some relics. So when we reset, I'll come back. We'll talk about the changes that I made, what mission we play, because we're going to swap up missions. I take it we're going to probably take the exact same. Are you going to change your secondaries? Probably not.
No, depending on the mission. I'll see what the mission is.
Okay, so we'll roll up the mission and everything. I'll talk over the secondaries. So the reason why this was, well, he killed 1,000 points turn 1, but
yeah.
Also, he scored all of his secondaries turn 1, basically.
Yeah, I got what?
It was 13-5.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was
10
no
secondary points.
Yeah, there was no coming back really from that turn 1. So yeah, swap it up. We'll see what happens. So the beauty of battle reports is that you kind of get to go back as you watch the videos and are editing them, and basically get to figure out what you did right, did wrong, and things like that. Now, one thing I did not mention was the secondaries. So Josh took Titan Slayer, Headhunter, and I can't remember what his third one was. I think it was Old School. Yeah, Old School. And then me, I took, for all of the games, I took Big Game Hunter. I don't think I took Headhunter. I took Butcher's Bill and something else. I think it was Headhunter. It might have been Headhunter. Oh, no. Big Gang, or Gangbusters, because of the Centurions, right? So, now looking back at game 1 and just kind of... So, I kept going back to it and mentioning it. Don't deploy to go first. That is, like, number one thing. Yeah. But, yeah, it's the number one thing when you're playing, like, a list. Even if you were to get first, you want to basically... It's better to limit the amount of damage output that you can do and live than to go all out for damage output, being like, yeah, I'm going to go first, then you don't get first, and then you lose 1,000 points to your list turn 1, right? And obviously I could have deployed a little better. I could have put the cultists in front of the knight, right, to basically shield them from the centurion charge. Had I done that, it might have actually ended up a lot better in my favor, basically putting the knight back on the back table edge. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of things I could have done vastly differently. Also, I had a wall on my left side, so per the rules, technically, if you're half obscured and you're touching anything, so basically it's ruled if you're touching any piece of cover, it's considered cover, right? So like a knight basically is hunched down behind a wall. I probably could have used that to my advantage and basically circumvented some of his AP. Right now, another negative was I did take galvanized hull on that second night, and then I didn't realize that with devastation, because I didn't realize that the Gatling cannon was AP -1 normally. I thought it was AP 0, and then it got AP 1 from devastation. But yeah, or devastator doctrine. So that was definitely an error on my part. This is how you learn stuff, right? Had I been behind that cover, actually, it wouldn't have made the AP difference. So, yeah, basically I wasted a relic and wasted some stuff. Learned a lot, though, that first game. So let's get on to game 2 and see what happens there. All right, so in this mission, we rolled up mission 5 this time, and Josh got to pick the deployment this time. So we got search and destroy. So the deployment is vastly different. Basically, he took the exact same things that he did the first time. For me, this time, I kind of deployed a little bit more... What would you say?
Conservatively?
Conservatively, yes. That is the word for it. He actually has the 5-up invulnerable save in close combat, and I kind of swapped vows. No, I kept vows the same, and I only did damnations on this guy. So I did not spend a CP to do damnations on the other dude. So I get the +1 because I did win the thing. So let's see if I get first this time. Yeah, I do. Right. But he wants to seize.
Obviously.
Okay. God, my heart was beating. Oh, we never shook, so let's shake twice. That was the first one. All right. And then this is the second one. Okay. Let's see if I do bad this time. Yeah, turn 1. All right, so this is reverse of game 1. I killed both repulsors, I killed both Invictor warsuits, and I killed that squad of intercessors. So, and one of those dudes died to the explosion. So, yeah, I haven't taken the score yet, so we'll see what happens in Josh's turn 1. I think this is going to actually...
hold all 4 big game hunters. So you got at least 6.
Yeah, so we're basically... I think it's going to end up... We're going to have to go to game 3. I think we're just basically going to both have a good game and then hopefully have a good game.
My Centurion's just going to hide in there until you guys come close.
Alrighty. Yeah, on to Josh's turn 2. Turn 1. Oh, God, that's... All right, so the end of game 2. So
this
is
turn 1, game 2 complete.
Yes, turn 1, game 2 complete. If this were a tournament, we would actually play on, right? Because we're playing for points. Same thing with the game 1. I wouldn't have just conceded and let him not score any more points. You know, I would let him table me, basically. But basically, it's the reverse of game 1. His Centurions charged in, killed the Obliterators. My Knight, I went ahead and spent 2 CP. He swung first, killed his Librarian and all of his Eliminators. And so at this point, he's got his Centurion stuck out in the open. Actually, maybe you would have benefited from the aura. I don't know.
See, yeah, well, it is
because you got the aura,
but I had it on the charge.
Well, okay, so I guess you would liken it to reroll auras. If you're in the aura when you start the turn, it's not like it continues. That's basically you lost it. Okay, anyways.
I mean, I would just get up to the edge, you'd fall out and still get me anyway.
So his Centurions charged in, killed the Obliterators, which he cast a no Overwatch thing. Killed them, walked in, but basically at this point, I've got 2 Knights untouched that are going to waste those Centurions, which then just leaves some characters and a bunch of normal Marines. So we're going to call it for game 2, and we're going to do a game 3, I think. I think we're basically going to do a tiebreaker, right?
Yeah.
tiebreaker.
Oh, that's gonna go.
Alrighty, so yeah, we're gonna go eat some lunch, and we're gonna come back and we'll film game 3. Alright, so game number 3. So we rolled the exact same deployment. Josh actually deployed first, go first. We're playing mission 2, cut to the heart. My objective is way the hell back here. His objective is over here. So yeah, and I've deep struck the obliterators, and everything of his is on the field. So yeah. So I take it, Josh, you want to go first?
Yep.
Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and attempt to seize. I don't. So, alrighty. Game 3. Final handshake, because this is where we're calling it after this game. Alright, so the end of turn 1 for Josh. So he has put a bunch of wounds. Ow. Ow. Holy crap, he's pointy. Stupid. So he did, 7 wounds left. Did 14, 15, 16? 16 or 17 wounds? I can't. 17. 17 wounds to him. Didn't scratch either of the other knights. Killed cultists. Killed sorcerer. So the score right now is, wow, I'm bleeding. 6-0. And we'll come back at the end of my turn 1. All right, folks. I'm going to announce it. We have a game. So some big things from my second turn. So right now this knight is actually right here where this dice is. So we wobbly modeled the knight right there. He was just in range of here. I hit 4 times and needed 3s to wound, right? Well, I wounded twice and then used re-rolling 1s. CP re-rolled 1, still only got 2 wounds, and he made a 6-up save. But I did 6 damage, so I was hoping to tier it. Didn't quite get there. This guy right here, he took 10 damage, so he's at 3. And then in big swing here, I was able to kill all the Centurions here in the blob. So yeah, we'll move over to Josh's turn 2. Oh, and the score right now is 6-7. So Josh is ahead by 1 because he killed more that turn. So. All right, so the end of Ravenguard turn 2. So this knight is up here, and we're at 1 wound. So we looked at it from the angle of these 2 guys right here. So just so you guys can kind of see. So that building was obscuring about 2/3 of that knight. So because I am on a hill, technically it's you do get cover for hills if you're still obscured. So I was able to get basically a cover save, but left him at 1 wound from all the various shots there. My other knight's at 3 wounds, and then he hasn't touched that knight. So however, he did max out his Kingslayer or Titan Slayer, and I don't think you killed anything that turn, did you?
No,
you
not
did
this
not.
turn. Next turn I'm gonna kill some stuff.
Yeah, so it's a really tight game. I'll give you guys the score at the bottom of 2 when my obliterators come in. So all right, Chaos Knights turn 2. Turn 2 was very good to me. I was able to pick up both repulsors thanks to the fact that Josh was actually measuring for me, and I was just within range, 36 of the one over there.
Yeah, I thought it was 24.
Yeah, he thought my melted guns were 24. So that one killed 1. The obliterators came in and finished off the one that this one damaged. I was able to kill this Invictor Warsuit. That guy blew up and actually killed a bunch of stuff. And yeah, so, I failed my damnation here, so he was hitting on 6s. I shot all of the shots here, and I think I killed a dude. Hey, dude. Hitting on 6s is no bueno, even with 24 shots. But, yeah, the score right now, I'm ahead. I know that I'm ahead, because this turn I killed more. I did not hold more, because I'm actually not within 3 there. So, yeah, and I got a bunch of big game 100 points. So we'll go to Josh's turn 3, and I'll go ahead and score it out.
Not feeling it.
So the end of game 3. The draw is broken. Joshua, how do you feel? Where do you feel like the game slipped away?
That knight being in range of that repulsor.
Yeah.
For this squad.
He was just in too. Just in.
Was that a miscalculation or just?
I thought it was 24. I didn't know it was 20. I didn't know it was 36.
Yeah, they're 36. Night melted guns are always 36. So
I don't play against knights.
Yeah.
I avoid them.
You avoid them. No, it was a great game. I mean, right now, so just so you guys can see the battlefield, I have this knight at 1 wound. His intercessor almost killed him. The obliterators, there's 1 at 2 wounds. And that knight's unwounded, and then other than that, I have a character and some Marines left. So, yeah, I feel like Josh was saying, when I basically was able to finally kill the repulsors, I think that was kind of it. So, yeah. Any other thoughts, Josh?
I will say I got incredibly lucky. Actually, doing the
And
Night melted
probably
guns
the best
are
thing for me.
strong.
yeah, that they are. So normally people run three melted knights. I just don't have the bits. So
Yeah,
Well, I mean-
even if you had gone first, you would have put some World of Hurt on.
I just
but
parked
I
them
still
back
had
there
that layered defense.
Yeah.
that would've saved
if
me.
I knew.
yeah,
At least
momentarily.
I still don't know because
No,
you
I
do
mean-
have 80 models with impulse saves.
The Obliterator is really good. Obliterator is really, really
Like I'm
good.
not even close.
yeah.
For how many points are they?
300
Take
points.
a look at this.
Ooh, that's kind of
Look
pricey.
at my
Yeah.
Cadian defense.
95 points of a model. So,
Yeah.
but I mean they did damage.
No, yeah.
So
they
You
kill.
like my Aegis
Yeah.
defense wall?
yeah, that first game where I put them out there.
Wonderful. Though.
No, did you learn stuff?
Beautiful.
Chaos Knights are
They're
good.
actually ditching this.
Yeah.
They're not, I would say, Imperial Knight
They're
good.
like, just go
No, they're not.
for a minute.
They're paired really well with Chaos Space Marines.
That's a lot of dudes. I hope we have enough.
Yeah.
14. Jesus. Dude, the mana core.
I didn't really learn anything about my army. I kind of knew everything
I even command reroll
about
the
it
amount of
going
shots.
in and coming out. I knew if I
You roll.
went
I will
first
say I
and
got
went
greedy.
after it.
I had a 5 and a 3, and I'm like, I want higher than 3 on that dice. So I got a 2 instead.
Maybe if I played the Invictors a little more aggressively.
Yeah, you hit them all game. That was different.
Well, because
Yeah, he did pretty good.
I knew those
Well,
guys
I
were
gave him
coming in.
the
Oh, okay, okay.
So,
persistence.
in case you try to come in here, I just move one back. Or you try
I
to go
see what
back
you're
and-
trying to do.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was- I kept them from counter deploy
Yeah.
effectively, but
Then
No,
I have,
that's
the
true.
Ultimate badass as
true.
my warlord.
no, I mean,
Company
Well,
command
Chaos Knights were good. Sir?
Handshake. So this is the first triple battle report on the channel. So literally, I just got 3 practice games against my good buddy Josh.
Yes, I'm on your channel 15 times now.
15 bazillion times, and even more in the future. So, and I'll see you guys here at the next battle report here on Heretic Wargaming.
Allows you to
So I hope you guys really enjoyed this battle report. I had a lot of fun playing triple knights. This is the first time I've actually I think I've put 2 knights on the field a couple times, but this is the first time I tried triple knights. Now, it is not nearly as easy to play as I figured it was going to be. A lot of guys would basically back me up on that and say it's not everything that you would think it would be. Is it powerful? Yes. Can it win games? Obviously. Is it a meta? I don't know. Big thing is repulsors are still a thing. Imperial Fists are still a thing. Ravenguard, as you guys saw, if you start making multiple knights characters, now they're hitting you on 2s, wounding you on 2s, which is not bueno. And so, I don't know. I don't know if it is or isn't. But yeah, it was a great game. Games. Thanks so much to Josh for being on the channel again, and thank you guys so much for checking out this video. So as always, if you guys are a fan of the channel, check us out on Facebook, Discord, and Patreon. And as always, just stay tuned for our next battle reports. You never know what I'll put on the table.